Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Equestria at War with the Dread League. Episode 3 with our series here. We're going to go ahead and start off by, let's see, we're working on the monthly population plus 50%, and then after that I'm going to go for the prepare for the Dark Crusade so I can get that extra research slot and the extra political power that's going to be really useful. And I want to go ahead and start training another division here just so we can keep pumping units out. It's going to be really important. We should be able to train them fairly quickly. We're just going to burn through this very small musket stores we've got going. But yeah, very large amount of equipment, and that's mainly because they're still cycling through all that. You know, it probably was a bad idea to switch the divisions over to musket, or over to the to get rid of the medieval weapons. That was probably a really bad idea. They're building up. I could bring a couple, just pump out a couple medieval weapon divisions just to get a couple more guys out there because we're gonna need numbers, but I won't worry about it. The deed's already been done. I'm just going to let it roll now. I'm just going to keep it going as is. 1021. God. Really want to hurry up and try to fix that as well. How is the actual transitioning to the muskets here? Not bad. It's not bad at all. We'll go ahead and modify the government. Probably going to make sense to take something unless we've got anything here. Land doctrine, army experience gains, not too bad. Industrial research time, electronics, not going to help us right now. None of those research things are going to help us because we're just so, research is just so crap right now. Civilian factory construction speed, infrastructure construction refinery, or we get the military factory and the dockyard. I'm actually going to go for that. And I'm pretty sure these guys have almost fallen to the changelings. Yep. They're going to go anytime now. King Sombra here, a little bit of a stalemate going on. I see the changelings though pushing a little bit, but or not the changelings, the Crystal Empire pushing a little bit, and Sombra kind of pushing back. So it's back and forth. National focus now, so we've got the extra research slot. We're going to take advantage of that. This does give us one civilian and one military factory, which isn't bad. But I think I want to keep rushing down. Boy, we really could use that. This gives us a faster training time though, so let's do that. And we're working on the pre-industrial artillery, which is going to be nice. But let's go ahead and grab up the support equipment, which is going to take forever. That's the nice thing about having the second research slot, is that you can start getting the support equipment while you're still researching pre-industrial artillery, because that takes forever to get. So to lock up one research slot with that kills you. You want to try to get that as fast as you possibly can. Alright, this is looking pretty good here. I could not find the option to turn the music off. I know it was there originally, but for some reason it's not in this version. No matter. Because there's a mix between like version for the music for the mod and music for the base game, and I don't want to completely get rid of music because I kind of like having it. Oh, Equestria going to war with the Buffalo State. That is very different. Usually they just completely annex them. So these are like kind of blips in Equestria's massive empire. They've got that plus the Dragon Tribe over here, which has this inner area plus this outer island. But yeah, they actually go to war with them. So they're going to crush the Buffalo Chiefdom completely and just soak them in to their empire. No. These guys still don't have a leader, do they? Wow, okay. Ooh, Equestria took 2 states. Equestria declared war on the Crystal Empire. Okay, so now that they took the Buffalo Chiefdom, they're going to go after Sombra. Sombra actually, if you had noticed, had made a massive push and was about to win. This usually happens. Then Equestria goes to war with Sombra, which we're seeing now the first fights breaking out in the border. And then Sombra loses, unfortunately. The only thing that can usually stop this, stop Sombra from losing this, is if the changelings were to jump in and help him by fighting Equestria. Normally it doesn't happen. So we'll see King Sombra here lose very shortly. I forgot that we got the extra political power, so we may as well go ahead and spend it before we lose it. We'll spend it on, I guess, the military factory construction speed really doesn't help us. Entrenchment speed or the recovery rate. We'll go for the recovery rate. We got a great deal of manpower here. The monthly population plus 50%. I love it. And we could even bring that up too, because we can go for better. Okay, we got the pre-industrial, and we've got the that national focus there. We could do. We're eventually going to want to crank this up. We've got extensive recruitable population 5%, training time plus 10%. This will give us recruitable population 10%. We lose some factory, dockyard, construction speed, training time. We really don't need this though. And the reason we don't really need this, at least right now, is because we get so many bonuses to recruitable population without it. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So that gave us the, let's see, we got that. Oh yeah, we got this here, which was the faster training time, which is good. We'll go for the armored skeletons next. Pre-industrial artillery, we're going to have to somehow fit into our already taxed out, our already very taxed out military factories. So the only thing we could go for, because we're working on support equipment, that's still going to take 815 days. We're either going for basic equipment, it takes 1,300 days. Or we grab this, which is still 1,300 days, just gives us a higher production cap. I'm going to go for the basic equipment, I guess. It's going to be the best way to do it for what we're doing. Essentially, is going to make the most sense for what we're doing. We do need to start making artillery. It's going to be good to have some artillery. We don't need a lot of it. One factory should probably do it. One factory should probably definitely do it. We'll add our support artillery there. Don't know if I want to make these wider. We've got the manpower to do it. I'm definitely going to add the artillery for support. Just makes the weight go up. Supply use, piercing, and combat width are going to go down. Obviously, it takes more pony power and infantry equipment. Really helps a lot, though. So let's go with that. Too expensive. We can almost get it. Okay, we'll just wait till we can. Okay, and then the Crystal Empire beat Sombra, and the Changelings beat these guys over here. So now it's just these three once again. Changeling Empire against pretty much everybody. So unfortunate. I always would like to see King Sombra win, but it never seems to happen. It always seems to be a stalemate until eventually Equestria joins, and then it doesn't go anywhere. So it's just a shame that it happened. Elect Headmaster William Steelbeak. So they are going for William Steelbeak, which was inevitable. We're not going to get the war in time, probably just because I took a couple of things I didn't really have to take if I wanted to rush straight to the war, but that's all right. We'll be ready for it regardless. We're at 16 and 18. We still don't have them outnumbered, but I bet we've got them on manpower. I wouldn't doubt that. We'll have the armored skeletons here, which is going to help. We're not going to have anything researched soon. And that would be done by 1018 instead of 1021, so that's a little bit better. That's not a lot, but a marching army, more division organization. Monthly population plus 100% would be great. And William Steelbeak has been elected. Or we take the civilian and military factory. Why don't we get that? Because we're hurting on... We're still hurting on muskets. Got a lot of medieval weapons sitting in standby, but we're hurting on muskets, and then we're hurting on artillery, probably because we're trying to get artillery in all of these units. So that's going to give us a little bit of a hard time. Okay with this. You guys are all still green. How is our units going? Not enough equipment, huh? They're just lacking the artillery. That's okay. We'll put them out there. They'll get it eventually. We're not totally we're not totally pushing on that. It's not that big of a deal right now, the artillery. That was just kind of like a bonus, right? If we do get the No Rest for the Undead, which we just got, that's going to give us the ability. We could throw another one on here. Instead of 5, it'll make 1.64 a day. But I really want to get more muskets. The artillery is going to come eventually. I did do, in my practice run, I did end up putting 2 factories towards artillery. And you can see the artillery is catching up by itself. What I found is that it just catches up quicker, and then you just end up with a ton of artillery. Way better to just put that all in infantry equipment. The artillery will sort itself out. It always does. Probably need to be doing something here. Undying Loyalty is going to give us another military factory, which we could use for more muskets. And it gives us 100,000 pony power, which is great. But I like to hit this one usually when the war starts, because that bonus to the pony power is really useful. We might as well just take the entrenchment speed now. It's going to be the next best thing. And we've got a lot of command power. Until I make a second army, though, which I don't want to do just yet. We're not going to need... Probably should start making a second army, though. I could put one up here and one down here. Or I'll start building one in the back, and these guys will go into a defensive army, and I'll do another army that'll be more offensive. Maybe... Might be the way to go. The Griffonian Republic, really blowing up there. This is turning interesting. Got Prywin here. Okay. They're like a communist faction. They align with places like Stalingrad. How's Stalingrad doing, by the way? They have a wonderful tree here, I should say, a national focus tree. It's amazing. Very cool. It'd probably be a lot of fun to play them. In fact, I know it would be a lot of fun to play them. A marching army. So that's going to give us those bonuses we want. It was the division organization bonus. We're kind of just working our way down, though. Monthly population was the one we were really going for. The flying skeletons is not as useful, I find, because I have to have an airport to put the... It doesn't give you an airport, and you've got to have one. And I don't have one, and I'm not going to build one. Because they're not like air to ground. They're just kamikaze. You could destroy infrastructure, I guess, but I just actually I think they can only kamikaze boats, so I think they're just completely worthless in general. Allows kamikaze strike air missions, and you get early fighters. Republicanism, the Second Aquilian Revolution. Not going to help us. Aquilian Revolution. Oh, the Griffonian Empire declaring war on everybody. Right there's the Griffonian Empire. They usually blow up and like consume this whole area, but you can see that that doesn't seem to be happening. The Griffonian Republic actually is blowing up right now. These guys aren't having a whole lot of luck. But they're going to declare war on everybody anyways, because why not? They've almost taken the Yale Bandits. Now they're at war with these guys, so it looks like they are going to actually start expanding out. Exponential necromancy, okay. Now we have to get the flying skeletons. How's the equipment doing? See, artillery there. We're starting to stockpile them. So we've got all the artillery we need. And now just the infantry equipment. It'd be nice to get the other factory because we can get that up a lot more. We got a ton of medieval melee weapons, but I think we'll end up stocking up the muskets here soon. I think we've almost pulled them all. No, we're not even close. There's a ton still out there. That's all right. Pre-industrial artillery, though. I could make a division that uses those up. It would definitely help us. It's probably not a bad idea. I've got the army experience if I want to make another division for it. Or if I want to change it so that they can use melee weapons, I could change it back. I probably should. Then I can make a lot more divisions. We got to overwhelm them with numbers. It's a numbers game for the Dread League. It would really help. Why don't we do that? Why don't we change it back? I know I'm spending a little extra here to do this. It's really going to help a lot. I can add more units here because it's not going to be an issue. They'll burn up all those medieval weapons, and they'll still transfer over to the muskets as well over time because it is the better weapon. We've got the manpower for it, so let's just crank them out and start getting them training. There's the flying skeletons. That gives us the early fighter. We have planes in reserve, but no airport, so it doesn't help us. This gives us exponential, gets the event, the quest for the chalice. That's going to be really important. Let's grab that up, and then we'll get the 100,000 pony power. Fancy Pants elected to office. Where's this for? Canterlot aristocrat. For what? Has been elected to office on an overall conservative platform. His great diplomatic skills and deep connections will serve the nation well. A rocky 60-40 majority for the Republicans. In a fierce hoofful of day of voting across the nation, the vote of no confidence has come out with a minor majority rule for the Republicans. Evidently, there is still a strong minority in favor of the monarchy, and it is likely the two forms of government will be blended together in a new sort of harmony. Are those princesses weak or are ponies strong? Where is this at? Where did this take hold? Was this Equestria? No. Oh yes, Fancy Pants. What? I've never seen this. I've never seen this happen before. I kind of like it. Equestria is going to take a more conservative, nationalistic approach, which means that they may not. See, they got harmony mainly. What's the small sliver there? Communist. Just a little bit of communist. Eradicate the bureaucracy. Renovate political system. Common enemy. Changeling problem. Huh. Magic nuclear power. Oh, Jesus. How interesting. I've never seen that before. I don't think I've ever seen Celestia get voted out. Kind of cool. It's different. Fronia Empire. Oh, they actually won that 3-part war. Congratulations to them. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the War Industrial now. At this point, it doesn't really matter too much. We are still building up units. I'm going to get another army going here shortly. And we've almost started the chalice. Researching is going good. Going to be done by 1014, so only 4 more years. It doesn't seem like it's that great, but it's a large accomplishment for us. These units are all ready to go. They're just training, and I'd like to keep it that way. Yeah, I think it was good to switch back over and burn up the melee weapons that we had. Overall, it's all about... I mean, we're going to be at a technological disadvantage regardless. So it's all about just trying to overwhelm our enemy with superior numbers and trying to burn them out through a battle of attrition. And that's kind of like what we've got to focus on. So it makes the most sense. Now, what are these guys' problem? Estimated plan value. Plan considered to be at our disadvantage because they're fortified. 21 to 20. We're not staying very far ahead. I will say that. Now, this is very important. This is a major part of the line for the Dread League here. So, in order to solidify her rule as Queen of the Dead, Rosa Maledicta must embark on a quest to find an ancient, unholy artifact, the Chalice of Blood. She has spent many a long night searching for clues and answers in the dark catacombs of Magehold. After all, the Chalice has been lost for millennia. While many thought it to be lost forever in the dark wasteland of the Dread League, there are always whispers and dark motions of something hidden. A greater calling must await. Fervently, Rosa has searched, and now she believes she has found its location. Deep in the icy mountains of the north, she believes she has found, she believes the dark artifact lies. The legend speaks of the last great queen of the dead who sealed the chalice away in the great castle. However, due to the cataclysm which destroyed the empire of undeath, it was lost. Now, however, Rosa has uncovered a map which points the location of the old castle. She has begun preparing an expedition into the icy mountains. The journey will be long and tiring, but she must succeed if she is to become what she is truly meant to be. The chalice will be mine. So we get the event, the door, and the riddle, but we will have to save the chalice for next time since we are out of time. I want to thank you all for joining me. I do hope that you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time.